Hello everyone, welcome back to another art time lapse. Today I am doing a piece inspired by Bruno Mars, Talking to the Moon, and this has been a piece that my kids have been absolutely loving for the music from Bruno Mars, so that's what this piece is inspired by. Now I previously did a piece before this that is cradling the moon, that is a more cooler blue moon vibe. So for this piece I want to do something on the opposite of the spectrum, something more warm tone colors, maybe some warm purples. You can see the color scheme is already quite different compared to the previous piece that I have on the other side that's drying, that's more cooler. So for this piece, it's inspired by my daughter, who just absolutely loves the moon. Every time we go somewhere, she would point it out and she would tell me that there is a moon or a red moon. Even though it's not red, she would say it's a red moon. So I absolutely love her fascination with the moon, and when she heard the Bruno Mars song Talking to the Moon, she really likes it as well. She's very young right now, but like I love her fascination with like everything around the world, even things that are very ordinary. And I hope that this fascination will continue into the future. Currently my daughter's favorite color is like pinks and purples, so that's the color scheme I'm gonna go by. Here I'm gonna have this girl just holding the moon in her arms. She's cradling it and just whispering all her secrets to it. If you have a chance, check out Bruno Mars song on Talking to the Moon, and that's the music that I listened to as I was painting this piece. Due to copyright issues, of course, I haven't included it as the background music for this particular artwork, but I really liked like the delicate idea behind cradling a moon in your arms and just whispering and talking to it. It's something very intimate about it and very like surreal and magical as well. So here I'm just like doing little strands of hair, and of course I need to add some details to the moon itself. It can't just be a blank circle, so I need to think about how I can add texture to the piece without making the moon too dark. After all, the color scheme, as you can see, is already quite dark. I want to create this contrast between the girl and the moon itself. And then of course, hands are not a forte for me. I don't enjoy drawing hands and arms and fingers very much. It's something that like I know I need more practice on. I just frankly haven't spent the time on. So you can see a lot of times when I'm drawing hands, they're either hidden somewhere or they're like held, fingers are held around something so that you can't see all the fingers stretched out. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to enjoy the art process until I come back to the final piece. In order for the moon and the girl to stand out, I do have to create a darker background so that the moon and the girl will stand out a little bit more with it being a little bit lighter. So I wanted the main characters to be a little bit lighter and the background to be a little bit darker, and just like bringing everything out a little bit more, if you know what I mean. Just kind of emphasize on the focus or focal point for the piece. So here I'm adding in some purples and lilacs in because I don't want it to be like completely pitch black or gray, and I feel like it reflects nicely off her hair. And for the moon, I've added in this light shade of yellow so you can see that is the moon. And for the darker colors, I do have to layer on quite a few layers in order for that darker color to really stick. And for it to be a little bit more saturated, I have to wait for the previous layer to dry to add on a second layer. And you can see the difference now that I've added on several layers. At this point, I do want to mention, if you like the content on this channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for considering. And then from here, I'm gonna give you a little bit of downtime to enjoy the process of this piece. And here is the finished piece, talking to the moon. Thank you so much for joining me on this art time lapse, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Take care and stay creative, everyone. Bye for now.